Thai people can be lovely. Some are genuinely warm and friendly. Some are great pretenders. Their pretending often goes unnoticed under a cloak of cultural mystery and respect we are conditioned to give to other cultures than our own. We can be confused and beguiled by the oriental eyes and cinnamon-smooth legs. Most of the Thai people you will meet will be a mixture of both. Many, if not most, may be gentle and loving, but also ruthless in the pursuit of money, even with their own family. You may have had long soul-bearing, yours, conversations with your paramour early after arriving in Thailand. You may have exposed your newfound feelings for her and have imagined and even planned a life together, only for her to ask,
"I cannot eat love. How much money can you give, darling?"
It has taken me years and being witness to lots of fucked up situations and hearing even more to understand that Thais can be lovely, but they are utterly shameless in their pursuit of money and in getting it the easy way. They do not suffer from our Protestant work ethic, nor our scruples. So what? Well, if you want a future with a Thai girl, you should be forewarned, right? I am not advocating abstinence here. I am advocating that you adopt a way of managing yourself and your emotions so that you get the very best out of your relationship. Thai women, of all kinds, in my opinion, seem to often have a tougher streak in them when it comes to their dealing with men, so you can be bold in your assertions or commands in a relationship. Some of you guys may not have been in Thailand long, so you should be pre-armed for the surge, the outpouring, the dam burst of women flooding back into Bangkok and Pattaya. I don't just mean working girls either, all hungry to meet a Farang who will take care of them. If you walk head-on into that flood, you will soon be out of your depth like Mick. Here's his story. Mick knew nothing about Thailand. He was a retired British rail worker whose friend had married a Thai woman some years earlier. They lived in Peterborough. His friend and his wife invited Mick to accompany them back to her old country for the visit of a lifetime. Imagining exotic locations, sand, sea and scantily clad Thai girls, Mick and friends arrived in Suvarnabhumi Airport in Bangkok late one night just before Songkran. There was no chance for Mick to look around as his friend's wife had an agenda. Immediately boarding a bus bound north, the trio arrived in the woman's village in the morning. The woman, let's call her Nok, was keen to slip away from her Farang husband to hook up with her Thai lover she had sorely missed for the last 2 years. Problem was, Mick was hanging around like a spare proverbial and watching everything in his cultural headspin. Nok arranged for her young friend Som to spend time with the dazed Mick to keep him busy for the modest sum of 1,000 baht per day, paid by our friend Mick, of course. Imagining this a quaint local custom, our hero agreed and almost immediately fell in love with Som. While I sat one day on a wooden platform that formed the veranda of a breeze block shed in which several families lived, Mick sat by my side to expound on Som's virtues, even including the term, "she's different." Having known Som for several years, I almost replied that this was not, in fact, the case, but the heart wants what the heart wants, and it never, ever, ever wants to hear the truth. Mick saw her through unjaded eyes, and she quickly became his everything, his mistress, his little boss. Som appeared a lesser, stumpier angel as she walked through the evaporating, yet still dewy mist rising from the rice field towards him. At the time, of course, he was not disposed to appreciate her questionable beauty, and certainly not to reflect upon such a description, as he was toiling under an explosive case of diarrhea, goaded into existence by a vicious bowl of Tom Yang Gung, consumed the previous evening. It was his first episode of the kind in Thailand, but, sad to say, not his last. In fact, his culinary misjudgments became so legendary that he earned the sobriquet Kwai Ki Motorcycles. This name was coined by Uncle Lin, the full-time alcoholic and part-time father, or poor, of the angelic Som. In his presence, the name given to Mick was explained in pidgin English as meaning big man who drive a motorcycle. But between themselves, Uncle Lin, Som, and other feckless jungle dwellers knew that his name referred to the sound of Mick's tortured ablutions and the piteous explosions they heard coming from behind various trees around the village, as the name really meant the buffalo who shits like a motorcycle. In Thailand, a buffalo is considered a somewhat useful but conclusively dim-witted creature. Strange how arrogance can inspire such an epithet to be bandied about by Thai villagers, whom could arguably be considered amongst the very thickest of miscreants on the planet. Mick's futile adoration of Som continued for several years, punctuated by his occasional return to the land of smiles, to be greeted uproariously by the entire family and others, numbering 10 at the airport. Whether meeting Mick at the airport was genuine pleasure at his arrival, or rather more concerned with his capture, so he did not evade their clutches and skip off into the anonymity of Bangkok, is a question I cannot answer with certainty. I do remember being invited to eat with Mick, Som and Uncle Lin, plus 6 others at a rather expensive crab restaurant on the evening of one of his arrivals. When I remarked that it was an expensive restaurant, I was told,
"Don't worry, Farang Pei and Uncle Lin won't eat seafood. Don't you think I'm a bad person?"
I attended but paid my own and Annie's bill myself. I have a little pride. One evening Som asked me, "You think I'm a bad person?" I was surprised that such a concept entered her consciousness, although it was after she asked me to help her reply to one of Mick's self-debasing emails, in which he apologized for trying to call her when she was busy, despite her having no job, and begged for forgiveness in tandem with declarations of his undying but bemused love. I asked Som what she would like to say in reply to this man's ode to her beauty, and romantically and earnestly sworn promise of undying, unswerving love.
"Like he sent money yet?"
She replied. The affair petered out as Mick's dimly lit light bulb began to burn a little brighter, and the money sent became smaller and less frequent. There is a fish sauce bump or stain on the wooden veranda, spilled one evening when Mick, Som and the family were still in the romantic and fiduciary honeymoon period. While the fish sauce bump is a memory that includes Mick, the loss of those drops of fish sauce is missed more keenly than Mick will ever be missed.